This morning, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever done the right thing and had a seemingly wrong outcome? Have you ever done the right thing and somehow there's been a wrong outcome? Now, this happened to me, and this is a true story. No, really, this is a true story. Most of my stories are true stories. Now, many years ago, I was taking my eldest son to swimming lessons. He was training at one of the training camps and one of the private swimming schools in Bedford View, and they wouldn't allow any of the parents to come and view or sit in, so you had to drop them off and then sit in your car. And so one day I dropped him off, and I thought, well, it's a long time, maybe I should just go and get a coffee, a takeaway, and I'll come back. And as I was reversing out of the parking lot at Bedford View, where this school was, a swimming school, my eye just caught something brown lying down on like next to the car. And I stopped and I opened my door, and literally not a meter away was a big leather purse. I could see it was a lady's purse, and I realized that obviously the person who had occupied the parking next to me had obviously got into their car and somehow dropped their purse. So I picked it up, and I remember there was a lot of money in this purse. I never to this day ever counted it. It wasn't necessary, it wasn't important to me. I opened it with a view of saying, let me see if I can find whose purse this is. Maybe I can get a name or a number, and then I would call them and try and return this purse. It was quite frustrating because there were lots of credit cards, lots of everything of that person was in that lady's purse, and I couldn't find a number. I found names but no numbers. And eventually I found a piece of paper at the back of one of the cards, which was really those cards that you got from a video shop, with your number on it. And so I eventually called the video shop, and they said, no, the only number they've got for this person is a cell number. And this took now a long time. It wasn't just the same day even. And so I phoned the cell number, and a man answered in London. I was quite shocked because I was phoning from my cell phone. And I said, look, the video shop has given me your number, and I picked up this purse, and I think it's your wife's. And I explained to him what it was, and he said, no, that's definitely his wife's purse. Would I mind? He gave me a number, phoning his wife at home. And I was like flabbergasted because, I had gone to all this effort, phoned him on my cell phone in London, and then he asks me to phone his wife to tell her I've got her purse. Anyway, by this time I was determined to see this thing through. So I phoned his wife, and I spoke to her, and I said, I've got your purse. I picked it up there in the parking lot by the swimming club, on the ground. And so we arranged for the next day. I told her what car I'm driving, where I'd be standing on the exit, and I would be waiting for her at a certain time to give her her purse. Well, that day I stood there, I waited. The person came, the lady came in a fancy SUV. She rolled her window, I remember clearly, halfway down. She reached her hand out. She took the purse from me, and she said thank you, and she drove off. And I have to be honest, I was flabbergasted at just her reaction. And as she was driving off, God spoke to me, and He said to me, Jack, why did you do that for these people? And I thought about it. Now, when God was asking, it was a rhetorical question. He was just making me think. And I remember saying there's two reasons why I did it. Number one, the first reason is if I ever lost something like that with all my credit cards or money or my license or anything valuable, it would be so nice if a good Samaritan could find me and give it back to me and be honest. I mean, every person dreams of, that would happen to them. So I thought, well, that was my first reason. And then my second reason was because it was the right thing to do. Now, I want to say this to you. Next time when your decision to do something does not quite match people's response, remember why you did that decision in the first place. Remember to always do the right thing. My name is Jack Vint, and you've been watching for Timeout. I'll catch you next week.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song.